All right, good morning. It's approximately 5 minutes till 6 a.m. here, Eastern Standard Time. William, Kilo 4 Alpha Romeo X-Ray. You're watching the American Radio X-Ray here on YouTube, probably the most unpopular YouTube channel on the East Coast. What we're doing today is we're listening to the Allianz, Allainz, I guess, marathon. And they're going to start up a network here on a couple different frequencies, occupy 3 different repeater pairs, 2 analog, 1 digital. What they'll be doing is they'll be handling some logistics and medical, I'm sure, for the event. Going to be using some Radio Shack materials here. Products will be an HTX 202, an HTX 404. In the background, we'll be using a Baofeng UV5R X-Ray 3. That's a tri-bander. Be using that for 220. Be listening to the field comm system and what's, I guess, known as the HOT system. Going to be listening to the Metropolitan Repeater Association on VHF. Going to listen to the Richmond Area Telecommunications Society on UHF.
W4ZAK, W4PKR returning. Good morning, John.
They've been setting up for the past hour and a half.
Okay, Chase, check in with RaceNet and have a good day. Roger. All set through. RaceNet, this is Waterstop Pope. Waterstop Pope, go ahead.
Engine 11. Difficulty breathing.
You're awfully fuzzy.
Block of Fairmont Avenue. Engine 11. Difficulty breathing. 2300 block of Fairmont Avenue. Cross Street, North 23rd Street and North 24th Street. On tap, channel 2. Timeout, 0555.
4 ZAK.
Obviously, we'll be listening to other services like the local fire department, the Richmond Fire Department. That's coming to us through Broadcastify, supplied also through the Scanner Radio app. Going to be utilizing 2 realistic Pro 2000, Pro 2006, 1 Pro 2052, a United Bearcat BXT 245 XLT 2, and maybe that's a 235. Also a Radio Shack Pro 53 over there. Excuse me, Pro 93. Just in case. In the background out of the shop, we'll be listening to 146.490 simplex. Right now, I've got 144.200 single sideband, just in case. Also monitoring the repeater pair GMRS number 18. I think that's 462.700. Don't quote me on that. Also using digital radio up there. It's included. DMR, using the TYT UV390. I expect to hear some net traffic on the local Richmond DMR. And also in the background out of the shot, there's 927.050, I think it is, for the field comm system. And I think on the 2052 is pre-programmed 1200 for the field comm system as well. So whatever comes through, you can hear it on 3 different bands. And that's all in fun. Not necessarily part of the net, but part of today's monitoring. So we should get started here any second now for the Allianz Memorial. Is it Memorial or is it just a marathon? I guess we'll find out. They'll probably announce that on the air. Strictly speaking, I'll be using Radio Shack and Realistic Products to monitor the Marathon net. They should be set up any moment now. I've already swapped out a 202. I was using a Realistic branded 202, but it had a very noisy squelch tail on it. And even for me, it became annoying, so I had to swap it out for the newer model, which has much less noisy squelch tail on it. I'm having to run tones on the receive side as well as transmit, although I will not be participating in the net unless it's absolutely necessary because I'm not on site. Running tones receive because I have so much RFI here in the shack and in the building and downtown. I suppose officially it's 6 o'clock since the computer told us so.
Report from the RMC events here about a gate being at Bryant Park being locked that needs to be unlocked for volunteers prior to 6:30 so that they can get through.
Why is that Nets problem?
Copy. A gate is blocked at Bryant Park that needs to be unlocked. I will get the here and then I will start checking.
I guess.
Thank you very much. Bryant Park, Kilo Oscar 4 0, Kilo.
I guess I'll be listening to RMC events privately here. You won't be able to hear it because the way this is set up, it's run through the soundboard down there in the left corner of the screen. And I'll be using headphones for that, so there'll be a little less chatter. But the most important part for the audio capture is going to be the net. For the amateur spectrum, I'm already getting a little noise from downtown. Now, I was giving my opening statements here. I missed what MedFlight or EagleCom was talking about. I don't remember if it was a morning test or if they were actually taking somebody in. It's pretty clear out there, I guess. Haven't been outside. Mid-50s, I guess. I don't think there's any weather or fog in the area, so they should be flying today. Should have enough receivers on hand here to keep up with what's going on. Oh, I still got that glare over there.
This is Kilo November 4, Romeo Papa Alpha, DKT4 MRA repeater is in use today for 40 years.
Sorry.
We ask all stations to postpone or move regular amateur traffic to another repeater or frequency not used for the event. This repeater will be in use until mid-afternoon. We will advise you when the event is completed and the repeater will return to normal amateur use. Sports backers in the Richmond Marathon appreciate the support of the sponsors of this repeater, the amateur radio volunteer operators, and the amateur radio community for their support.
This is KN4L2N, the W4RAC repeater today for public service events supporting the Richmond Marathon. We have stations to postpone or move regular amateur traffic to another repeater or frequency not used for the event. This repeater will be in use until mid-afternoon. We will advise when the event is completed and the repeater returns to its normal amateur use. Sports backers in the Richmond Marathon appreciate the support of the sponsors of this repeater, the amateur radio volunteer operators, and the amateur radio community for their support of the special public service event, KN4L2N.
We will start off with water station DMB W4 BRU.
As you can tell, either the net control operators are just too far from their microphones or their radios are not set up properly. And this happens a lot with the new Japanese or Chinese radios.
I'm going to do a quick radio check for that we're going to call the operators at Net Network. This is KN4L2N. Operators
Water
at
stop
Net Network,
DMB
please
W4 BRU
The volumes on both radios are at 3/4 full, which might tell me that the setup radios at all the water stop stations are probably going to be a lot louder during the net. So I may have to differentiate the volume between net control and stations.
Water stop Maple.
Calling Med 10 Lombardi, Med 10 Lombardi,
copy.
Med 10 Lombardi, please come in this weekend. Med Control, this is Water Stop Maple, KO4UOR. Still en route. KO4UOR. Clear.
Okay, KO4 UOR.
Med 10 Brown.
Check in. Once that completed check in at the station, please call and let me know that you're at your location. Okay, let's move on to Water Stop Riverside.
Kilo Quebec 4, Sierra Echo Oscar here.
Control, this is Water Stop Riverside.
Right, Delta 4, Lima Echo Mike, copy.
Water Stop Riverside out, KR14. All right,
Delta 4, LXJ, Lombardi Med 10,
Water Stop Longview,
KO4, LXJ.
Yeah, you copy.
Med 10 Brook, copy, 10-4 WLC.
Water Stop Longview, KN4 ZTF, you copy.
WasteNet, this is Water Stop Longview, Reggie Lima Charlie, KN4 ZTF.
Copy, KQ4 SEO, KD4 LEM, KO4 LXJ.
Okay, Water Stop Lima, I got you for Longview.
Any other Med 10 operators on
All right, let's move on to Water Stop Fort Hill, KQ4 MEF, you copy.
I4, Mike Charlie Whiskey at Med 10 Lombardi.
Water Stop Forest Hill, Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Echo Foxtrot, do you copy?
Freighters on the air from Med 10, finish the scan call to it.
Okay, K58TZ, I have a
And one VCU, and we are both here. Lee and I are both
second
here.
operator,
And one VCU.
KQ4 MEF there with you.
N1 VCU and KG4 WGO, and listen, the M4 JDI is also with Bill. Is there anyone that's at Med 10 that I did not?
Forest Hill,
Call.
KQ5
Are you guys hearing me
HTZ
okay?
is your second operator, KQ4 MEF with you.
Great, David.
Water Start DMV.
Antennas are separated, but if we end up having any kind of issues where
Water Stop DMV, go ahead.
we'll try to.
Here for the check-in, my radio decided to auto shut itself off, so I'll have to check on that. Anyway, it is mad and I'm here and it's setting up.
Forward to net at this time, game full to it.
Copy. Move on to Water Stop Steam, K4BWD, do you copy?
WasteNet, Water Stop Steam. More time, I4 Mike Charlie with David, did you get my check-in?
Okay, good copy.
Sorry about that. I
Go
didn't
to
copy
the next
KI4
individual Water Stop Steam,
MCW.
KO4
Just
GOQ, do you copy?
Yeah, KQ4 SEO, K4 LEM, KO4 LXJ.
Good morning, WasteNet, this is KO4 UOQ, Dennis. I copy.
KQ4 WGO.
Good copy, Mr. Lima Charlie. All right, Water Stop Belvedere, WV4 DES, do you copy?
This is Water Stop Belvedere.
Forward JDI.
Yes. Yes.
We got you in for JDI, can't fall to it.
All right, good copy. Water Stop Main, N1 CPS, or CSP, do you copy? N1 CSP, do you copy?
Maine copies at 1 CSP.
All right, good copy. Water stop Palmyra, K9WVU, do you copy? Water stop Palmyra, K9WVU, do you copy?
Race control, water stop Palmyra. We copy Lima Charlie. Please stand by for our second operator, K9WVU.
Race net, this is water stop Palmyra, T4TUL.
That sounds like a perfect double.
Base 4 TUL, do you copy?
Yep, perfect double.
Race net, this is K4TUL. Yes, I copy.
Lima Charlie. Water stop code W4ZAK, do you copy?
Race net, I copy you loud and clear. W4ZAK, water stop code.
All right, thank you very much. Water stop Fakir, WD30, do you copy?
Med, this is Med.
Good copy. Second operator, WQ4RAM.
Medical is asking if the ice is supposed to be delivered closer to race start time.
And that, if the ice delivery is closer to race time, inquiries.
Break-in, check-in. Brian Park, do you copy?
Race net, this is Brian Park. Go ahead.
Brian Park,
look out,
we'll
NWL.
get the keys to you, so hopefully they should be there shortly.
RaceNet, Brian Park, the RMC events person that is here, I didn't want to interrupt check-in, has said that the gate is now open.
All right, copy. I will relay that information to them. Thank you.
RaceNet control, this is start finish line. Please call me to scale 4 position.
Wow, Randy's close enough to be heard by Simplex. That was him on the repeater input as well as the output.
Sorry for that break-in check-in. Let's go to water stop Brook, AE4OK. Do you copy?
Net control, this is water stop Brook, Alpha Echo 4, Oscar Kilo, operating solo.
I wonder if he's on 220 and 900 at the same time.
Water stop Lombardi, and do you copy?
Figured if he's in his truck, he'd have all that. Similarly set up like this station, mobile.
Water stop Lombardi, if you were transmitting, you only broke squelch. You Please try again. N4 CPB, do you copy?
Kilo 4, Alpha Romeo X-ray 900.
Water stop with RD.
WA4FC 220 repeater system.
Alright, good copy. Let's move on to water stop Grace. KM4 WSA, do you copy?
RaceNet, this is Waterstop Grace. I am on location, KM4 WSA.
Good copy. Let's move on to second operator water stop.
Will be dropped off after the start of the race. Thank you, MedNet and for JDI.
RaceNet, this is Waterstop Grace. I copy.
Brook Road.
Yep.
That came off the
Stop Ryan Park. I have already been talking to you, so I'm going to consider you checked in.
We getting snippy already?
Start line KO4 KAG, copy.
RaceNet control, K4 KMG, regionally in charge.
That's cool.
Alright, good copy. And finally, water stop Westmoreland, KK4 SHO, do you copy?
He's last. Finish line?
Water stop Westmoreland, KK4 SHO, loud and clear, Westmoreland water stop.
Alright, let me go back and try recheck on the couple that I didn't get. Water stop Forest Hill, KQ4 MEF, do you copy? Kilo contact 4 Mike Echo Foxtrot, do you copy?
You'll got to be ready when net control calls.
Operators on RaceNet. Race will start hopefully on time. Interstate's pretty backed up. Second Street's backed up the whole way to the interstate from reports that we're getting. So the race will proceed. Please call first runner past your location and anything important.
Is there a color code? Male, female,
Suspicious, any
adult, child?
issues, please call it out to net control. There will be a sweep vehicle. It'll be a Richmond police vehicle. Will be the last vehicle. Once that vehicle passes your location, please call in to net control and ask. This is KN4 RPA, and we are clear.
RaceNet, this is Waterstop Forest Hill.
Go ahead, water stop Forest Hill.
Waterstop Forest Hill, we're having some receive and communication issues. We're working on that now, so I'll continue to check back in with you as we move around and find a good spot.
Okay, copy. Are both operators there? I was only ever able to check in the one operator previously. So was that KQ4 MEF that I was just speaking with?
This is KQ4 MEF, and the other operators here also.
All right, copy. Yeah, if you have any, if you want to try any more radio checks up until restart, that's fine. KN4 RPA clear.
KQ4 MEF clear. RaceNet, this is WaterStop, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have tables, we have water here, but there are no volunteers here yet besides me and the RNC person, just as a heads up.
Okay, if it gets a little bit closer to race start time, let me know. As was reported to us, traffic is pretty backed up right now, so the volunteers may be a little late. Race starts at 7. Give it till about 7 or 6:40, and if they still aren't there, give me a call back.
All right, will do. WaterStop, Brian, Kilo Oscar 4, so you have my kilo out.
Well, that's a testament to being ready and on time. Good job, club members. Fairly certain KK4 SHO was first on site.
WaterStop, vote.
Go ahead, WaterStop Pope.
Last year, I'm at mile 21, and the volunteers didn't show up until about 7:30. Is this going to take them a while to get to mile 21? Over.
Mile 21 is later in the race, so I'm not so worried about that. Bryant Park is on the half marathon, so that's mile 6. So that's a little bit more critical. The runners will get to that a little bit earlier than they will to mile 21.
There are a lot of closures on the Google Maps right now. Broad Street, Cary. I guess that's 2nd Street that's closed. Maybe one more. This is the reason why I prefer to stay home on such an event, because they pretty much close downtown. I guess since I'm fortunate that my schedule has changed and I'm required to stay home, that I don't have to deal with all that traffic mess.
RaceNet, WaterStop 19.
Speaking of, I'm going to take a break here and check on some things. I'll leave the camera on so you can watch.
WaterStop 19. Will they be deploying porta-johns along this race today, sir?
Already deployed, especially downtown.
I don't have the water stops by, I have them by name. Stop.
19 Fox here, sir.
Copy, water stop up here. Let me check and see if they were supposed to have a porta-john there at water stop up here.
Water stop 19, WD3M. this is Water Stop Maple.
Water Stop Maple, go ahead.
Water Stop Maple on site, no volunteers here yet. KO4UOR.
Copy, Water Stop Maple, that you're on site. Volunteers may be a little bit late, traffic's backed up. Go ahead, Richmond.
This is Belvedere Stop. We've got the water container here, tables. I'm talking to the volunteer. There isn't the rest of the equipment, cups, bug juice, or anything else. Any information on arrival for GPS Belvedere.
Has cups and water, but they don't have anything else. Is that correct?
Negative. We only have water.
You only have water, no cups, no electrolyte juice, nothing else, only cups.
Only water. This is before GPS Belvedere.
Sorry, I just typed water, so only cups, nothing else. Copy.
Negative. Only have water. Over.
Copy. Typed the wrong thing. All right, only water. All right.
Fire dispatcher Jacksonville.
Net. This is Water Stop Forest Hill. How do you copy?
Go ahead, Water Stop Forest Hill.
Richmond, Water Stop DMV.
Wait one, DMV, Forest Hill. What was your traffic? Forest Hill, what was your traffic?
1 to 2 Bobula.
Great, Net, this is Forest Hill. How do you copy?
I read you Lima Charlie, Forest Hill. Were you just looking for a signal report?
That's correct. Forest Hill, KT4 MEF, clear.
RaceNet, start finish line. One copy.
Start finish, I copy you Lima Charlie. Water Stop DMV, go with your traffic. DMV, this is RaceNet. Do you copy?
This is KN4LQN, the W4RAC repeater is in use today for public service events reporting in Richmond. We ask that all stations to postpone or move regular immature traffic to another repeater or
Copy
frequency
from
not
WaterStop
used for this
DMV.
event. The
WaterStop
repeater will
Bellevue,
be in
this
use
is
until
RaceNet. Do you
afternoon. We
copy?
will advise when the event is completed.
Water
And the
stop
repeaters
Bellevue,
return to
so.
normal amateur use. Sports backers in the Richmond Marathon appreciate the support of the sponsor
The
of the
report
repeater,
from
the amateur
sports
radio
backers
volunteer
is they are
operators,
still
and the amateur
delivering
radio
the supplies,
community for their
so,
support of the special public service
hopefully
event.
everything should eventually get to you.
Roger, Roger. That's the report. Yes, out.
Allianz, we're just doing a quick radio check in today.
Here, KI4MCW.
Allianz, we're just doing a quick radio check in
That's in Brooks Hurd, Katie Brilliant.
We're just adjusting the power level here so we don't see that on a couple of the radios. So as long as it's good, we'll keep it here. We'll see if it's coming back in contact.
Throw myself back at you. Morning, Doug. Give you for it. Yes, sir. We'll get the burrito run knocked out first thing this morning. Got the car, doggy deal. There's no reason to love it. Go up here, grab the burritos for the doggy, something for myself, and I think I'm gonna probably chase the hunters around the band after this. I'm expecting them to start eating on the radio, so sun's been up for a little while, and then turn dogs loose. Did I tell you I met one of those guys? Yeah? One that uses 2 meters illegally? Sorry, buddy. Not happening. I think back in the day they used to use the marine bays up there, Craig. No, they use it in Kansas. They used to use those there in Allegheny County. Cubbies used to do them all the time. Coming out of the hole here, make sure you got it. Yeah, they still use marine also. Illegally, obviously. I don't know of any seagoing vessels out here in the middle of the state, but whatever. Federal cash cow doesn't say anything about any of it. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're hearing exactly what I'm
That's
talking about.
finished.
Repeater or what is it, collector or something you go after? Like a, or
Alright, just what I was just texting you about. Looks like our first flag update from the doc is agreeing. And they were saying, the medical director was saying that I'm just going to be giving you the update to that you can pass on to RaceNet for the flags along the course. The med director is determining what the colors are and passing it through us. Is that how you understand this new case?
you online and Facebook.
Yep, sounds good, and we'll be checking in every hour starting now. So 40 minutes past the hour, you'll get an update from me. Even if there's no change, you'll still get an update.
So from Waterstop, Palmyra.
Copy, we'll get the flag update
Waterstop,
every
Palmyra,
hour,
go ahead.
reporting after the hour.
Yes, sir. Is there any word about what flag is supposed to be flying?
Sounds good. Thanks, David. And 1 VCU, met that finish.
I received any word which flag would be flying, and supposed to be flying it. Okay, I was just checking. Thank you very much. Waterstop, Palmyra out, K9WVU. SAC, Waterstop, Forest Hill, how do you copy? Waterstop, Forest Hill, Richie and Lima, Charlie. Roger. All right, I think we got crossband repeat set up and we're standing at the water stop, so hurry up and wait. Thank you. Kilo Quebec 4, Mike Echo Foxtrot, sir. All stations, this is Great Tank Control. Just got word, flags are green, so push back the water stop, so green flag, cancel RDA clear.
Yeah, Roger. I thought
That's Waterstop, Brian.
but I wasn't 100% sure.
Go ahead, Waterstop, Brian.
I know I did the repeater.
So without volunteers here, I can fly a green flag, but I don't really have a pole to put it on. What do you advise?
Kind of wait until the volunteers show up. Hopefully they won't show up soon. Your mile, I think your mile 7.5 marathon, so you're going to have a little bit before the runners get there. Kind of more information for the runners than anything. Hopefully volunteers will start showing up soon. Runners. It's about mile 15
Roger, thank you. Waterstop, Brian. Kilo Oscar 4 here, my kilo.
Well, the guy that I met here, I met him really a little bit. He said, well, we want to go to work. We've got to get our radio hooked up. Good luck with that. Some of them did. Most of the hands okay. Some of them were jeopardized. That. Go buy your MERS radios or go use an MRS or something that's legal. I think you're allowed to use MERS. Maybe. I think so. 25 watts or less, something like that. Well, I was thinking MERS is 2 watts. I don't remember. MERS can't,
All right.
let's see.
Some duties fulfilled.
I don't think you can put an external
I've
antenna
been able to monitor the net some.
Radio Shack built a mobile.
Picked up a few errors there. Seems like somebody
FRS can't put it in.
depressed the Baofeng panic alarm button on the MRA. I caught that one pretty easily.
Yeah, the FRS, you can't.
I hope that was an accident and
You can't change
not going to be a recurring occurrence today
It's really low power.
during the net.
TMRF, you're allowed to play with your antenna on your power a little bit. You're allowed to play with the power for the mobile or base station.
And I think I heard the official marathon race start is not until 7:30,
It's
so
been a while since I really dug deep.
yikes.
50 watts maximum power on your MRS on mobile and base station repeaters. And I didn't think there was any restriction on board. It's been a long time. I haven't had a MRS license in 20 years.
Why in God's name would you want to have a UHF radio that does more than 4 watts portable?
Engine 13.
Of course, now
Request up here, probably to pass along to Sportsbacker themselves. There's a request for 2 Sportsbacker radios, so these 2 start heads, the start lines can talk to each other. Is that something they can do?
That's probably what you're there for, sir.
The starting line, so they can talk to each other. Apparently there's 2 starting heads, or start lines, and they can't talk to each other right now.
I've never come across it that I can remember.
Isn't that why you volunteered?
Copy.
There is that. All right, let me here for the gas tank first. That's first and foremost because the light's blinking like crazy. And I'll be back. Where is she?
Really can't hear net
All right,
control.
thank you, and we'll leave you.
I guess as long as they can hear him out there, which I doubt, it's okay.
This is water stop brook.
He got a water stop at
Water
the brook.
stop brook, go ahead.
You filter that water?
Yeah, water stop brook. I understand that there are some delays. I did want to point out that the half of the team that's supposed to be showing up here has not shown up. So we have a very few volunteers. Anyway, I said, well, I'd call it in.
Work harder. You're not just a radio operator.
So at water stop brook, you only have half of the volunteers that you're supposed to have. Is that correct?
1, 2, 3.
I'm just doing this as a public service announcement, but I'd say that there's everything else is here. We have all our equipment. We have there's teams here for one side and the other. Somebody just mentioned that the other team has not shown up. I think we'll be okay though. I'll keep an eye on it.
Thank you very much. As I always tell my operators in all the other events that I do, temper guppy, always flexible. So if they don't show up, you just have to kind of split the team that you have and do the best that you can. And for our VA crew.
That means you'll be doing more than one job. Passing out water and such. Packing ice, pouring drinks.
13 contact.
Not always just a radio operator at these events. Be prepared to do anything and everything. It was made public to volunteer for this event. Any and all class operators could participate, and I did register, signed up. But I did notice that no one made personal contact and say, hey, are you still coming? Have you changed plans?
Midnight control to Med 10 finish.
You've been assigned the station where to pick up your packet. None of that transpired. So when
Midnight reports that there are additional radios at the information tent. All right, I'll pass it along. Thank you. It'll be here.
So having called all stations and all check-ins by call sign, and they did not call my call sign, that confirms my theory that my application was denied. So I'm not so concerned about not being on duty as I could be, although my duties are now here.
Order stop, Sims. We've got all the supplies, flags up, still waiting on volunteers. Over.
For a long time, they complained about not having enough volunteers to fill all the stations. I still don't know if they
got all your supplies, just waiting on volunteers.
Filled all the stations with volunteers.
We're a little bit, about halfway through the race, so got a little bit of time. Hopefully they'll show up.
Not to mention,
Stand for RPA clear.
A lot of these stations have doubled up.
PWG, clear.
2 operators per station, so they have enough volunteers. So I'm still uncertain as to whether or not they really have enough operators to cover all stations.
The race will start in about 8 minutes.
Oh, that's good. So I still stand by the fact that even though
Romeo Papa Alpha, the AG4 MRA repeater, is in use today for a public service event supporting the Richmond Marathon. We ask all stations to postpone or move regular ambulance traffic to another repeater or frequency not in the event. Richmond will be in until afternoon. We will advise when the event is completed, repeater and return to operation. Supporters of the marathon appreciate the support of the sponsors of this repeater, the amateur radio volunteer operators, and the amateur radio community for their support of this special public service event. This is Kilo November 4, Romeo Papa Alpha, and we are clear.
that was an interesting development. Anyways, I stand by the fact that it was not an absolute truth that any and all were invited. Still kind of seemed left out.
This is Belvedere water stop.
But after having volunteered,
Switched over to a headphone microphone. We did get our supplies and waiting for volunteers to help. Otherwise, myself and one volunteer. Wait, it's upgrade.
Headset mic.
Good grief.
You've got your supplies, just waiting on the volunteers.
I would still rather sit here and do this.
Water upgrade.
It sounds like they have enough personnel, and I wish I had enough viewers to do this live instead of having to run through a number of pre-recorded videos.
Water upgrade.
Go ahead, water stop, Grace.
We have a person that fell down here at the water stop requesting medical assistance.
Already? The race hasn't even started yet.
Copy. You have a person that fell at water stop Grace requesting medical assistance. Can you give me any additional information? Is it a volunteer or any additional information on the individual?
It is a volunteer that fell at the water stop, appeared to have hit their head and be bleeding a little bit at the head. It is a older female.
Older?
We have a volunteer that fell at water stop Grace requiring medical assistance, hit their head, and they are bleeding. We'll relay information and get assistance.
Affirmative. We do have UTV on site as well now. KM6 SGS.
All right.
Race net, this is water stop, Brian.
Maybe not.
Water stop Bryant, wait one unless it's emergency traffic.
I'm going to stop and restart the camera here to shorten my videos just a little bit right before the race starts.